Hello and welcome to So Much More, a women's health and wellbeing program produced with the assistance of the Community Broadcasting Foundation. And we discuss the real-life issues women face every day. Now, in the studio with me today, I have got the founders of She Can, Shez and Kell, and they are going to talk with us all about their experience of actually creating this mentoring program where they go and they talk to regional women to help them boost their self-esteem, boost their self-awareness, help them become better people and happier people and will be more community-minded. So I'm very excited to have them here in the studio with me today. Shez and Kell, thank you very much for coming and joining me today for So Much More Women's Health and Wellbeing Program.
We're so excited to be here. Thanks for
absolute
having us.
pleasure.
It's an absolute pleasure. So did you both create She Can? What is She Can? Tell me about She Can.
What a great question. So, yes, the answer first to the question, did we both create She Can? Yes, we did. Cal and I have been on our own personal growth journey for the last 3 years, and we've loved it. We've loved the learnings. We acknowledge how far we've come, but we also acknowledge that it's not available and accessible to everyone, especially in regional communities. Just knowing where we've travelled, not only time away from families and home, but also, cost of programs and expense. And we just knew that there was something that we needed to create for women in regional communities. So we decided that what we have learnt, we would love to teach. And so we put what we have learnt and what we've succeeded in into practice. And we're creating that in regional communities all across Victoria.
Excellent. So what is it? What is She Can? Tell me. Is it a mentoring program? Is it what is it? Tell me.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So we run live events, live workshops in all different regional communities across Victoria, and we've dipped our toe into New South Wales. And basically, as Shez said, we bring with what we've learnt to those workshops and those events. We really excitedly just launched our online platform, and really it's an opportunity for women to come together in a really safe space and learn and grow. We cover so many different things. We do goal setting. We touch on understanding your own personality. We talk about, limiting beliefs and what can be holding you back from achieving the life you really want to live. So a whole range of different things, but really in an environment where women can come and get what they want and be in a room of like-minded women.
Are men allowed to come as well, or is it a women's only event?
We are currently women's only. We laugh and joke all the time that, in the future we would love to have a he can. But at the moment our focus is women and our focus is regional. We've even had questions from clients say, are you coming to Melbourne? Are you coming? No, our focus truly is regional because they're the communities that we want to work and grow in. And it seems to be the things when you were asking kind of what else is it? It's funny because we ask that question to our own communities, what do you guys want to get out of tonight? And the answers are always the same. Mm-hmm. Self-worth, motivation, inspiration. I want to work on my confidence. I want to love myself. I want to know how to get work-life balance. I self-sabotage. Mm-hmm. How can I work on that? Mm-hmm. And they're the things that we workshop with the women in the room.
Yeah, and those are things that I know personally I deal with myself. And it's been very interesting hearing other women actually say that as well. So it's great that you ladies are actually working on that. That's fantastic.
Yay!
So how did you actually start?
That's a fabulous question. Interestingly, we started with a Facebook page. We were lucky enough to come in contact with an incredible business mentor, and we literally did a program called 15 and 15. It was about learning the online social media platform. Literally started with a Facebook page, created the name She Can. We were even second questioning ourselves around that, and we went to work on building that community through predominantly Facebook because we knew we would have greater reach through that. And it was mind-blowing. We quickly realised that the women of regional communities were really calling out for this, particularly to have access to it where they didn't have to travel and invest a lot of time in, the transit type thing, which what we have done, as Shez said before. So literally the 1st of February this year, we started a Facebook page, and I guess we've never really looked back.
No, we've worked with over 1,000 women in that time, and that to us just proves that there's a need, and it excites us so much because we can see it growing and expanding. And we say this all the time, we feel really pulled for this. We're not being pushed. This is something that is just, we're almost stepping out of it. It's just what we're being called to do. So we're loving it.
One of the questions I was going to ask is, did you find yourselves sort of wanting to do this, or is it that you're stepping up, that you're filling a role, that it is a calling? So
yeah, I don't. Nothing has ever inspired me to get out of bed in the morning like this has. This truly lights us up. I think we've been so excited. We've talked about our events. Our events are so much fun. We have such a great time, and we have such great connection with the women in the room. What we weren't prepared for, but what has been the biggest, win for us is watching women connect and lift each other up. It's, so this is by no means the Shez and Kell show. This is literally watching women, just providing the space and letting women just, light each other up and then just walk out, like beacons and just continuing to light others up. And I think we weren't prepared for that. And that has been what has totally just made us go, this is the best thing in the world.
That is really cool, because women need to be supporting each other, don't we? Have you noticed out in the community there have been times where women tend to drag other women down?
I guess we share in our community, in our She Can community, a lot that our biggest goal with She Can is that we're creating communities of women that are lifting each other up, that are empowering each other, opposed to pulling each other down. And, particularly it's magnified in regional communities because often we know, a lot of the community, and, we are all about having women lift each other up, because it's just, we can do more when we're together. And that's, as Shez said, seeing that become a realisation already, that's seeing our dream come true.
That is really cool.
And the thing for us too is we like pride ourselves on, living really authentically, and we've owned the times where we haven't lifted other women up, and we've owned the times that, we haven't lived in our best selves, and just having awareness around that and knowing, how your personality attributes to that. I mean, then all of a sudden you step out and you go through this growth journey, and then you start to live totally in your authentic self, and you realize that you become lit up more by, lifting other women up rather than dragging them down. And I think that just even for anyone to recognize that that's been a path for them before and that they want to change it, that's a huge step.
Yeah. So what sorts of learning experiences did you have prior to starting She Can? Where did you go? What sorts of opportunities did you have?
Yeah, so I guess, across our 3-year journey, we've been really, really blessed to work with some incredible mentors and trainers, and I guess people that we hold in really high regard all across the world. And we have been to, this year alone, we've been to Bali, Thailand, America and New Zealand. We've been to nearly every state in Australia, and that's all about investing in ourselves, because one of the biggest things we teach our women in our community is that you never arrive. This is not a destination. Personal growth is a continual journey. It's a daily practice, and we're constantly investing in ourselves. So we have, travelled, right across our country, and then we've also travelled internationally, and we've seen, as Shez said before, incredible changes in ourselves, because I'll be honest, before I started my personal growth journey, I'd never even written a goal. So to know that we've come from, almost nowhere and have done nothing to a really huge 3-year journey with incredible people, we feel we've got a lot to share.
And Cal and I have kind of got a bit of a secret motto: just say yes and work the rest out later. So if any opportunity has come up for us, we've always just said yes, kind of thought later on, wow, okay, let's just make this happen. And then that's just where it's led to. And that's, I think, part of that being brave has what's led us to meeting the incredible people we have and the opportunities we've had.
With saying yes, do you ever feel overwhelmed by the opportunities that do present themselves?
Yes, and during, when we get back, all of it. It's probably more that we can feel it, but we've gotten to the point now where we kind of embrace the overwhelm, and we've taught ourselves the skills to be able to acknowledge it and use it to a positive.
Yeah.
So we talk about excitement and fear being those same kinds of feelings, like butterflies in your belly and a little bit nervous, a little bit edgy, heart, all of those things. But it's the choice in your head whether you decide if this is excitement or if this is fear. So my heart's fluttering, I'm a little bit edgy, I'm feeling a little bit short of breath, I'm excited rather than I'm fearful or I'm scared.
Yeah.
And one of our mentors, Calvin, he teaches us about overwhelm and he pre-frames it. So when we are going into a program or we are saying yes to something that we haven't yet experienced, we already pre-frame. So, okay, when we are going to feel overwhelmed, what are we going to do? And we put strategies in place right then. Okay, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm going to stop. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to look around. I'm going to, reframe, change my thought process so that, consciously when you are feeling that overwhelmed, you've already got a strategy in place to manage it. But it is all around the awareness of it. And Shez and I constantly are saying that awareness precedes change, and that's in everything we do. But just acknowledging it and having a strategy to overcome it.
I think, and like you said, the best part for us, and this is the whole dream for She Can, is that Kel and I hold each other so accountable. Mm-hmm. So being able to find women that you connect with, that you can just say, hey, this is where I'm at, this is how I'm feeling, and them being able to help you through that, I think has been, it's been our saving grace for the last 3 years, but also we're witnessing that happen with the women we've been working with.
How about we take a quick break and we'll come back after this?